aka djWHEAT, is the Julie Chen of esports. So what that means is every major esports event, just like every major Big Brother episode, there's someone announcing, narrating the whole thing, and that's djWHEAT, who's a former pro gamer, just all out good dude, and super excited to have him here today. And you guys are gonna actually see him right there. So, Wheat, thanks so much, man.
Hey, Dan, I've been excited for this as well. And you know what? I wish it was every single esports event, but I have to give credit where credit is due. And no man, no human being can actually do that much. So the good thing is that there are many others like me that are spreading the gospel of esports and competitive gaming. And I am very happy that I've been able to sort of be in for the long haul. But it's fun. I also, for those that don't know, I also work for Twitch TV full time. So don't throw tomatoes at me if anything doesn't work, but we're always doing our best to make Twitch a better place. So.
Wheat's very modest. He actually does broadcast and commentate every single event. He's superhuman. And no, he's but if you're talking about the history of esports, Wheat is the face of it. He's the voice of it, and he's just a good dude who also happens to like Big Brother. And
Just happens to like Big
just
Brother.
happens to
Yeah,
like
it's
Big.
like isn't like the biggest reality television junkie known to me. Actually, not that bad. But let me just say, Dan, you know this. I've told you. I've confessed it to you that I have consumed a lot of reality television over my time. But Big Brother and Survivor, they do both have a very special place in my heart. And The Mole,
The
which is probably one of the best short-lived reality television shows ever, Dan.
That was the first one when you thought for sure it was a creepy guy who was the mole, but it was actually the
Oh
girl.
man.
I watched that. I love that show.
And with Anderson Cooper too, like
Yes.
that was the shit. It was so good. And then they try to do Celebrity Mole. It's
Yeah,
like,
it's just they missed it. They missed the boat. That it was a great show, but you know what? Just like many other reality TV shows, died by the side of the road. However, the strong ones are standing, like Big
yeah,
Brother and Survivor, the flagship shows. So
yeah,
before we get into some StarCraft coaching and getting into
yeah.
this game, Wheat, I gotta ask you because I know Wheat's a big fan of Big Brother, but I know you've also been watching Big Brother Canada.
Yeah.
What'd you think, man?
Well, so and even before I answer that question, because I'm so excited to talk about this, I just got to say, like, this is pretty cool, Dan, because this is the first time that I think I've ever sort of done a simulcast with
Really?
someone on Twitch. Yeah, I mean, like,
Awesome.
a lot of times it's just me doing the show, but for you guys, as you know, you can also go to twitch.tv/Dan Giesling, and we're gonna have his POV tonight, and it's just that I wish more people could do this kind of thing on Twitch. I think it's a cool way to sort of get people's communities, to sort of cross pollinate and stuff. But anyway,
Yeah, it's awesome. We
it,
actually we have a link here in our chat too for the dual stream, so people can actually watch your stream and my stream live together, which is awesome.
dude, that's technology, man. Technology is great.
It's a
So,
beautiful thing.
Dan, I have watched a lot of Big Brother in my lifetime. Watched a lot of reality television, and I was having a conversation with my wife, and we said, you know what? We can think back to some of the biggest mistakes in reality television. We can think back to season 3 where Marcellus gave up the power of veto and ultimately ended his game.
Yep.
We could think about some of the Survivor mistakes, including the current cast member Eric, who in his original season gave away immunity and ultimately went home. But I believe that the biggest game mistake that has ever been made was made by a juror of all people in Big Brother Canada. And I cannot believe that Jillian won when she wasn't actually the winner.
Well, let's see. Here's what I'm gonna push back because if you watch the episode and you watch it closely, you see my little crazed head pop up out of the corner
Yeah.
because that happened an inch away from me, and I'm thinking in my life like, this is not real. Like I saw Topaz's hand come up from the jury, and for those of you who didn't watch,
Oh my God.
a vote was cast in the wrong direction. So basically, this is what Chelsea kind of broke it down to my brother-in-law. Actually, it's like it'd be like if it was me in Memphis, and I was voting for Memphis to win, and I didn't vote for him to win. I accidentally voted for the other person. Like, how could you live with yourself? Like, it's
How
just
could you?
you robbed your best friend of winning a show, and it's just I could not believe what was happening before my eyes. I'm like, when I'm sitting there, I'm like, this is a part of Big Brother history. This is part of reality TV history.
History. Yes,
And it's
yes, because everyone knew it. There was no hiding it. Everyone knew Topaz voted for Gary. Like there was no, but I mean, didn't. And I mean,
and-
you know what? I'm not a big fan of the host. Julie's sort of spoiled me a little bit, but I have to say she handled it like a champ.
dude,
And production handled it like a champ. We never saw anyone like security rush on stage, which probably would have been the really easy way to solve that. But it was like my heart just going.
and the way, I mean, that went on for probably 5 minutes. And I'll tell you what, like, after the show, I talked to Arissa. I'm like, Arissa, you have ice water in your veins because, like, she not once, and this is what she told me after, her earpiece was dead. So it's not like
Oh
the
my
producers were not
God.
telling her what to do. She slang from the hip and took care of it. And I was impressed because that was chaos. Like, normally in that situation, like, someone's rushing the stage saying, like, you can't ruin this production by doing that. But they let it play out, and it was, I mean, television gold, but
Crazy.
it's insane.
It
So
was totally crazy, man. So yeah, but it was good season. It makes me really excited to think that now, if you do it right, you can watch Big Brother Canada and then pretty much Big Brother US. And I tried to get into some of the other countries, but it just wasn't. I don't know. I like the format, if you will, of US and Canada. I
I'm the
think
same way because there's an element of strategy and gamesmanship where I know nothing against the UK version. It's like a popularity contest with, the public voting who's
Right.
getting sent out. Where this, it's you can manipulate, you can zerg your way out of certain situations.
Exactly. Oh, look what you did there.
See?
Look what you did there.
I'm trying to throw out random StarCraft terms, and here's the thing. I got home late from Toronto yesterday, but I was gonna bring something to show you on air to show you that I'm not a complete noob. So I'm just gonna tell you about it instead.
Okay.
My dad lives in Dearborn Heights, and went through his house about a month or so ago, and I found all these old school PC games in the old boxes, and I had my StarCraft box that I was just gonna pull up and show you just like this I think I bought the Terran one. Back in the day, I had the three different colors or the three different covers of the original StarCraft.
Did they have three different
Yeah, they had
colors?
like a purple guy, they had a Terran, and this is because I remember I went to Comp USA and I'm like, which one do I choose? Is there advantage? You don't remember that?
No,
Really?
no, I don't.
You're
I'm
being
sorry.
you're
No, that's awesome.
oh.
I didn't know that. I didn't know that. My StarCraft days go all the way back to the 8-bit days. So I don't have the original box for this one,
Why is it
but
so glassy? Why is it like? Does it have like an extra sheen on it or something?
what do you mean,
It's
man?
like super glossy.
I've kept it so pristine, Dan. Like I usually keep it
Yeah.
in a little protective safe, but I feel like no.
All right, so you want to get this thing started?
Dude, let's get this started. So, if you guys didn't, so basically what we decided to do is, Dan and I have been communicating now. I don't know, several months, and we had a chance to meet up in Vegas.
Good times.
Yeah, great times. That was back in January, and ever since then, I've been trying to help him get on Twitch and just improve his streaming a little bit. And every single time we end one of our conversation, it always ends with, "Hey man, let's play some games and let's do Quake or some StarCraft." And I'm always like, "Yeah." And so finally, we were both like, "Dude, let's schedule it right now so that we can actually do it." So we both put it on our calendars. We're good to go. So we decided to go with StarCraft 2 first, and we felt like it was probably a good game to start off with. You guys can imagine that if this is well received, Dan, and you tell me if I'm wrong here, but we'll probably venture into some other games. And we talked about League of Legends, maybe some Dota 2.
Of
We're definitely
course.
gonna play some Quake.
Yes, I'd love to. I mean, this is for me. And I'm just going to tell you this flat out right now. It's my goal, being a StarCraft noob, to pull off the freaking Buster Douglas, Mike Tyson. That's why I'm here. Like yes, I'm getting coached up by you, but I'm just waiting for that moment where and we're in Tokyo and I can get that one punch in on Mike Tyson, which I wore this shirt for you. You're Mike Tyson. If I can get that one shot in on you and beat you, I mean, I can. That's a competitive side. No, I'm just joking. Not
Oh,
really, but
that's
no, I'm excited to dive into StarCraft too because I know I've messed around with it last night, and there's so much to it. And I'm just learning about the meta game, and it's just there's so much to it, and I love the strategy and to be able to play against you and have you coach me up, it's gonna be fun.
Well, aside from aside from some of the other things that I've got planned tonight, I think the best way for us to start, Dan, is to actually just talk to you a little bit about your RTS experience.
Okay.
Because, I mean, you've been around the block a few times, but let's talk specifically, what real-time strategy games have you played in? And then also, on a scale of 1 to 10,
Mhm.
where, Dan, do you rate yourself in the world of RTS games?
Okay, I'm gonna take you way back. My first RTS ever was Warcraft 1, and I'm trying to figure out, like, I just remember seeing the top-down guys, I had a blast with it, and then I really got into Warcraft 2. And so I played a little bit of that. I never got into the Command and Conquer stuff. So like all my RTS, and you guys are like, whoa, Dan, you're really dating yourself here. But all my RTS stuff is from back in the day. I never played Command and Conquer. I did play a little StarCraft 1, and that's where it ended. So right kind of that battle net there, just I think I got really intimidated by playing against some great players, and I didn't understand how much went into it. So the last RTS game I played was StarCraft 1, and so my rating, I'd say on 1 to 10, 10 being the best, I'm about a negative 351.
Negative 351.
Yes.
Okay, well, we're going to try to bump you up a few
Okay.
levels today. So I understand that you have played a couple of games of StarCraft 2. Can you tell us so far what your experience has been like?
Yes. So last night, had everything installed up. I went through the basic tutorial, so moving everything around, and then I played the 3 stages of the AI. Not a full match, but it's like stage 1. What is it? It's right here. What is it? It's matchmaking. I did training. I did the three
training.
trainings.
Okay.
And I did. We talked about earlier. I'm like, Wheat, what race should I be? And you said Protoss is a good way to kind of start out, so I used them, and I played it. I had a lot of fun. I had 2 problems, and one was the camera, moving the camera around. And
Right, now, did you fix that? Let's talk about that right away.
Yeah, so I did not fix that, so I'm going to do that right now. But whenever I'd move my mouse, they in the tutorial they say take the mouse and you can slide, and the map will slide with you. Just wouldn't
Right.
do that for me. So I
Yeah,
know I need to
so-
change that right now.
So let's try to do that right now. You should go to, you should
Controls?
like escape out and then go back to the main menu and hit escape,
Okay,
and you're going to get options.
okay. I love how
That-
you know. Are you doing this just by memory, or are you doing
Well,
this?
I'm doing it along so that
Okay.
people can see it as well.
Okay.
And then you're going to go to controls,
Okay,
and you're going to see that you have 3 under scrolling. You have mouse scroll speed, keyboard scroll
Whoa.
speed, and drag scroll.
okay.
What's your mouse scroll speed at?
They're all at 20%.
Okay, so if your mouse scroll speed wasn't going that fast, you probably want to. Mine's at 50.
Okay,
My keyboard's at 46 and my drag's at 35. But ultimately, that's going to be an option that is going to be set by you. Typically is set by people after they've played a few games. But if you felt like it wasn't moving during the training, then definitely bump that up a little bit.
okay. Okay, so I changed that up. Okay, good. That's my number one problem. My second
Okay,
problem.
in fact, I want to. Do you still have your settings screen open? Because
I do.
actually want to.
I do.
Okay, I'm gonna look at it on stream real quick, and just so I can see if there's anything else that maybe
Okay.
we should change. So let me do that. We got double week going on. Okay, so enable mouse sensitivity. You probably want to get rid of enable mouse wheel zoom.
Okay.
Because when you're in intense battles and suddenly you're just able to see the horror, the look of horror on a single zealot as he dies, it'll mess you up.
Okay.
Everything else is fine.
Okay.
So
That was problem number 1. Can I give you problem number 2?
yes.
Okay, so I played the game for probably about an hour last night, going through these stages of the training, and every time one of my Protoss main number 1 level soldiers, what are they called? What's the basic like Protoss Marine? What is that called?
What, the Protoss? You mean a zealot?
Yes, zealots.
Yeah.
The zealot. Every time a zealot would get queued up, the same wave file would play over and over and over again, and I'm like, this is driving me freaking nuts.
Just to reiterate for all the folks out there watching, Dan was like, "Yo, man, like, was it there are not enough minerals, or construct additional pylons.
Yes,
Like, he kept on hearing these noises over and over. It's like, weed, I'm going crazy. I'm like, you need those. They're sound cues. It would be like taking away the sound from the rocket launcher of your opponent and being like, would you like to play that way?
Well, let me ask you this: how come StarCraft didn't have multiple? And maybe it's for for competitive reasons. Why isn't there multiple introductions? Like, yes, sir, ready to go, sir. Like,
Pongo 3931 says that it could have been a bug because he also got it last night. So maybe it was saying it. Oh, the zealot keeps repeating himself. So it wasn't. It was literally like,
this,
my life for R.
exactly.
My life for R. My life for R. Like that over and over.
Yeah, and what does he say?
Okay, actually, I think the way you can fix it is you can disable your sound. Maybe it's Control S and then re-enable it. So.
Oh. So it was like a glitch. What does he
Control
say,
S,
by the
yes.
way? Can you translate? What does he say?
No.
My
What
life?
does it? What does he? What does a zealot say?
My
when he
life
comes out
for
of gateway?
AIUR. That's what Talon in my chat said. My life for AIUR.
Fire, right? That's like where they're from.
Okay, got it.
Yeah.
All right.
They do say my life for her. My wife for hire.
My wife for hire.
Oh, okay. Yeah, someone else is saying they got the SCV ready. SCV ready. SCV ready. So, all right. Do you have any other questions, Stan? Like, in terms of your mechanics, like anything you wanna talk about before we go in? Because I really think that the best way for us to start is to hop into a game. What we're gonna do is we're gonna start with a medium level AI.
Okay.
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 And we're gonna encourage you to make an army.
Okay.
While building economy, we'll talk about it, and then attacking.
Okay.
All right.
Are you gonna be on the same map as me?
Yeah, I'll be watching you.
Oh, but you're not gonna be playing.
I will be observing. No,
Okay.
You will be playing the AI.
Okay, here's my next question for you is that I watched some streams of people, and they obviously their skills, their just drag and drop skills are insane. Is there a way to number my army? So if I have like a group of like 10 zealots and I want them to be like Alpha Squad, and I want them to, is there a way to number?
Yes.
Okay.
Dan, this is good, and it's probably better that we actually do this in game.
Okay. I think I'm good.
So what we're gonna do here is I think that it's only appropriate that we play on Steps of War for a game here.
Okay.
So
you have to train.
I'm
What is
going
Steps
to-
of War?
Steps of War is a very small map.
Okay.
It's just kind of like a good one to start off with. So go ahead and accept that.
Okay.
And before we do get started, we're gonna have a little. Okay, so let's see. Can I not add an AI?
What is your avatar?
It won't let me on Steps of War. That's some bitch. Mine is a beta one, so I'm gonna remake this.
Okay.
Something else. We'll have to do.
Quit out of this?
Yeah, you can quit out of there.
Okay. Why do you have a
up?
different call sign? Do you not want me to say that out loud?
Oh no, that's my old school Quake name.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah. Okay, so I think we need a 4-player map.
Okay.
Because I don't know that it'll let me add a. Why don't we just do Whirlwind? Well, that one's pretty big, but I probably should have had this one ready.
It's all.
Start.
Hey. It's
All right. All right. So accept that one.
Okay. What are these maps? Why am I downloading maps?
Yeah, because actually the way that it works is a lot of it is cloud based. I can't add an AI and actually.
We have to play in a map bigger than 1v1.
Oh, there we go.
Okay.
Right. Yeah, that's why I couldn't add it before. So now I can add. Oh wait, now I have to.
I just clicked.
Add AI.
Can I change my color?
What?
Okay. Sorry.
Why can't I have an observer here? I'm failing bad, Dan. It's like I'm supposed to be.
Hey.
I'm supposed to be coaching you, and I can't even.
Someone said, "This reminds me of a science lesson I need to be reading for tomorrow's class." What?
All right. I know someone's gonna help me out in chat. Right. Wait. Right. Oh, I'm an idiot. Yes, of course. Hey guys, as you can tell, I've got it. Hold on, Dan. Let me admit something here, because I know that there's going to be that one jerk face in chat who's going to be like, "Wheat, really? You commentate this crap and you don't even know how to do this shit?" And let me tell you, okay, just like Word, just like spell check on the computer, like I don't spell anymore because spell check does it for me. At things like MLG and DreamHack and all the ESL events, they have guys that are so good at creating lobbies and getting you in it that I never get a chance to do it.
And you know what? I don't know if I didn't see you publicize this. I listened to your interview on the Rick Rubin show. That was phenomenal. Like that really gave me insight in terms of how come did you ever tweet that out?
I think I did.
Oh,
yeah,
I think I might have just been stalking you on iTunes. I typed in like djWHEAT. I'm like, I gotta listen to, it was a really good interview. But anyways.
All right, so you're set to Terran. So set yourself to Protoss.
Okay.
Okay, so we're gonna let this medium Terran do any build.
What does that mean?
It means that he could just, as the AI, do whatever.
Okay. Oh, normally.
But we're just gonna see how your skills match up versus a medium AI.
Okay.
And I'm just gonna kind of watch you play a little bit, and when I feel like I'm gonna, something you might need help with, or you have questions, I'm gonna answer them. That's how we're gonna do this.
Okay.
But before we get started,
Mm-hmm.
let's talk about the very basic fundamentals of StarCraft as it relates to balancing your army and your economy.
Okay.
Right? Because of course, just like some of the other RTS games you've played, Dan, Warcraft, etc., you have to manage your supply. And since you're Protoss, your supply are going to be the pylons.
Right.
So you always want to be thinking about, do I have enough supply to build more probes? Do I have enough supply to build more army?
Okay.
And then of course, to get money to spend on that army or to spend on additional buildings, etc., you need an economy. So in the very early game, we're focusing on building probes, and I want you to get that into your head. We're always going to be building probes.
Crank them
If
out.
I click on your Nexus and it's not building a probe, I'm going to yell at you.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Because you want to get your economy up.
Okay.
Then, as we shift from the early game to the mid game, that's where we're focusing on getting your army to be larger so you can kill your opponent.
Okay.
Right?
Larger or stronger?
Both. But what we're doing here is we're just focusing on early economy into an attack versus a very basic opponent.
Got it.
Okay.
Let me ask you this: if you were to, I like to make things interesting. So in terms of not a bet, but in terms of quantifying or the percentage chance of me beating this opponent as a StarCraft 2 noob, what versus a medium AI?
I feel like I have to ask chat what the answer to that is. I mean, like, that seems like a great chat.
I'm gonna ask mine as well. What's my percentage? So 100% means I'm gonna win. 0% smoked. Right?
All right. 0. I'm getting some 0%. Zeros.
Can you tell me the names of those people that are saying 0?
30, 50-ish, 50-ish. Okay.
Because so these people, if they watch Big Brother, I at least get a 15% chance of for pulling off some complete and utter BS that just might work.
Yeah. Someone says 100 because you won BB10.
Okay.
So I'll tell you what. And I kind of agree with Pongo here because he says it depends on how much Wheat coaches. And I don't want to completely hold your hand here because I think it's important to find out where your skill level is at. But I do want to help you. Okay. So it looks like we got a mixed reaction. Okay. I'm getting
some love. I'm in I'm getting about 38% average over on my side.
Those were probably the same 38 or the same people that thought you were going to beat Soda Popinski the other day.
That's right.
Yeah. All right. So if you don't win, Dan, what I guarantee is going to happen is that I think by game 2, if I fully coach you, you will win. Okay. All right. So honestly, the outcome of this game is kind of pointless. It's more important to think about that early game economy into that like mid attack that we're going to be doing. Okay. All right. So let's go ahead and get this one started.
Alrighty, here we go.
I probably, by saying you're going to win the second game, man, I might have
You jinx me. I'm gonna say I'm gonna win this first game. I'm like, I do have PC gaming skills just because I haven't played StarCraft 2. I may be able to squeak one out here, unless you really jacked up the AI and it's on like.
No, it's on medium.
Okay.
It's on medium. Terran is doing any build. Level 2.
What kind of map
decent.
here?
This is a pretty big map. Okay, now don't worry right now about scouting, which is obviously a big part of StarCraft. I'm gonna tell you where your opponent is at.
How do you know that?
Right? Because I'm the observer. I can see
Okay.
everything, Dan. All right,
Isn't
and
that
I'm watching
cheating?
your
I don't want to
camera.
cheat. All right, so I'm
Okay.
just jacking up some probes here.
All right. Now, do you know how much a probe costs?
50.
50. So early game, every time you have 50, I want to see another probe.
Got it.
Actually, I take that back. Because right now you're going to run out of supply real quick, right? So
Yes.
you want to build 9 probes when you start, and then you're going to build a pylon.
Okay, I'm at 1, 2.
All right, so you're at 9. So with your next probe, or take any probe right now and build a pylon near your nexus.
Okay, let me ask this. Sometimes yesterday I was getting inactive probe. Is there a way to select that inactive probe?
You can hit Control F1,
Uh-huh.
and that will actually select all of your inactive probes and send them back.
Okay.
Oh, good job. All right.
Do you have any? Oh shit. Do you have any recommendations on where to put pylons?
You know what? For now, don't worry about that. That's going to come as you play. You're not building a probe. Okay. There you go. Good job. And you probably couldn't have either because you didn't have the pylon down. But all right. So see how you have a lot of probes in there?
Yes.
We're going to introduce you to the Protoss power of Chrono Boost.
Okay.
Right? So select your nexus. There you go. Look at that. I don't even have to tell you. All right. Now, while you're doing this, I want you to like Control 4 your nexus.
Control.
Control 4.
What's that?
What that's going to do is that's going to create a control group.
Damn it.
So anytime you want to create a probe, all you do now is you hit 4,
Uh-huh.
and then you press E.
Okay, you got to. You want me to Control 4 my nexus?
Yeah, so select your nexus.
Okay.
Okay, you should be building a gateway as well.
Okay, build the gateway right now.
Let's build a gateway, and while that's building, I'll tell you what's up about
All
that.
right, hold on. This gateway.
It's BG.
BG. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm back on the nexus. I hit Control 4.
Yep,
F4.
there you go.
Okay.
Okay, so now anytime you want to go back to your nexus and build a probe, you just hit 4, the number 4, and then hit E.
Got it. All right, so I'm gonna try that right now.
Okay.
Nice.
All right, now S.
Got it.
BA.
B.
A for assimilate.
But would I have to hit 4 BA?
Nope, you just select a probe
Got it.
and then BA. Okay, not to alarm you, but your Terran opponent right now,
Yeah.
he has 2 additional workers. He just dropped a mule. So you need to keep making probes
All right.
and chrono boost your nexus again to get those probes out
Dude,
quicker.
my freaking the thing. See right here, it doesn't move. My screen. How do I make move? Like I want to go
Oh,
down.
I can't. Let me see. All right, let me watch your camera.
See, like how do I
Go
move?
all the way down. On your-
Got it. See, that's weak. I like this arrow thing better. All right. So
Okay.
he's up on me on guys.
Yeah. Okay. Wait. Okay. A gateway's done. So I want you to build a zealot out of that gateway. Okay. Okay. That's a lot of zealots. But now you're going to build a cybernetics core as well.
Okay. What is
So
and then
use
what does
one of
that
these-
do?
It's BY. It's going to allow you to do tech to the next. Oh, hold on. You've got a bad rally here. You've got some probes that are going to work.
What's a bad rally?
Right-click or excuse me, select your Nexus 4,
Okay.
right? And then right-click on a mineral patch. And what that's going to do is you're going to see an arrow. See, now your probes are going to go to that mineral patch after you make them. The cybernetics core, everyone that comes out, see as they come out of your Nexus?
Why are they all going to 1? What does that do? When these assholes aren't doing anything.
Oh.
Wait, why? I'm like pointing at the screen. Why they just don't go to the crystals that
Hold
are
on
open?
1 second. 1 second. While we're discussing this, go to your cybernetics core and hit G. This is going to begin researching warp gate, which is very important. And since you have a lot of minerals, when you have a lot of minerals, you either make a lot of units. But since you only have 1 gateway, I want you to build 3 more gateways.
Got it. Okay. We got some zealots going. I put some zealots in the
The
oven.
zealots are good. All right, drop a chrono boost on that gateway as well when you feel like. Oh, your supply block, but you made that pylon. That's good. You might want to build a couple more pylons.
Wait, what else? Okay, so I chrono boost that. I chrono boost the wrong thing. Damn it.
No, that's okay. Get chrono boost the zealots. Okay, you make those gateways I was telling you about.
Okay. How do I take... What's the fastest way to find an inactive probe?
I think just hitting Control F1 will take you to it.
Okay.
All right. Build more gateways. More gateways.
More gateways?
Remember, since you're Protoss... No, not pylons. Gateways. Remember, since you're Protoss, right, you can build something with the probe, and then it's warping in.
So then they can go do something else.
Now you can immediately make another gateway with that.
Which not all races have that ability, right?
That's correct.
Okay.
All right, so now you've got 3 additional gateways. Now, what's going to happen is your warp gate research is going to finish, and it's going to allow you to warp in units a lot quicker, and you're not going to have to deal with just making them out of gateways like you used to in StarCraft 1. So, SCV, don't let that guy get information. Don't let that guy get information. Okay, now don't chase after me.
You told me.
No, you don't want him in your base, so that's great. Oh my God, they're coming! They're coming! Oh shit! Oh shit!
I'm pumping out some guys. Let's go.
Okay. Okay. Your research is complete. So you need to cancel everything in your gateways, and
how do I
oh
cancel?
my God, I think you can fend this off. Hold on. I think you can fend this off. Just attack. Just let these guys do their thing. Get all the. I think you're gonna get this, dude. I think you got this shit. Okay, you're good. You're good. Dan, you've held it off. I'm proud of you, man.
Okay. Attack them, dude.
All right. All right.
Get out of here.
Now,
get that trash out.
Just before you do anything, okay. I want you to hit the control key.
Okay.
And then I want you to hit one of the gateways. Left click one of the gateways.
Okay.
It will select all your gateways.
Select them all? Oh, okay.
Yeah. And then G. Hit the letter G.
Okay.
And again, keep hitting it. Okay. Now, those other 2 gateways that are building stuff, cancel that. Get rid of that.
How do I know it's... What are those? These 2? Cancel?
Yeah, the ones that aren't open like that.
No, cancel it. Okay.
Yeah. There you go.
Okay.
Okay, now open that one by hitting G.
Okay. G.
All right, now you got to cancel everything out of this other one too.
This one. This one.
The one on the far right.
Okay. G that one. Okay, so now these look different. There's like a sword inside.
This is how Protoss warp-in mechanic works. Hit the W key.
Okay.
And you're going to see these gateways pop up. Now, around a pylon, hit Z and hold the Z key down. And then click around the pylon power field, and it will warp in zealots.
Oh my God. These are like instant soldiers.
Look at that, Dan. Mind blown. Like, okay, now move all of that stuff over to the front ramp in case he attacks again. We're going to focus on improving the tech even further, okay?
Okay, I got my hit squad right there.
Ramp for now. You're doing fine.
Okay.
All right, get those sentries as well. They're important. If you need to, you can hit Control F2, and that will select every single army unit that you have.
Okay, I'm gonna.
In fact, why don't you do this right now? Hit Control F2.
Okay.
And then hit Control 1.
Control F2, Control 1. Okay.
And that put your whole army on 1.
Nice. So if I hit 1, that's hit squad?
If you double hit 1, no matter where you're at on the map, it will go to that army.
Can we just call that?
Now, warp in again, because your warp gates are on cooldown.
How do I warp? What do I do again?
W. Warp.
What do I want? Zealots or sentry?
Make some stalkers.
Nice. Can we call Group 1 the djWHEAT hit squad?
We're probably going to put everything on Group 1.
Okay.
So.
I want to build a forge and...
Wait, where did you warp in, these stalkers?
I didn't, damn it. That's only one... I picked the wrong
thing. You're not supply block, or you're supply block too.
Need more pylons.
Pylons.
How do I get my inactive probe? Doesn't matter. Start building some farms.
We're not going to go to super advanced techniques quite yet because I think you're doing just fine.
Can I build
like 4 pylons? Build them next to each other.
All right. I like to use it for scouting purposes. Can I build a cannon
It's
at
your
my front
base.
gates?
It's base. If you want to, if you feel like that is a strategy you need to deploy,
Just,
go ahead and
just
drop
to
a
keep the
forge.
riffraff out.
Drop a forge.
Forge?
Warp in again. Warp in again.
Okay.
You're not
Stalkers?
making them either. Stalkers.
How come they only dropped one stalker?
Hold the S key down.
Damn it.
Yeah. No, you're doing pretty good. For okay, now remember, hit Control F2 and move everything to your front again.
Okay. Hit squad.
Oh, well, there's an SCV. Don't chase after it. Don't chase after it. Hit
They're
one.
chasing automatically.
Back. Hit one and bring him back to the top of the ramp. Hit one and
Get
bring
him
him
out of
back to the top of the ramp.
I hit, you know what I did? I took that tutorial. I hit A. Oh, here they come. Here comes
Oh,
the hit.
crap. Oh, great. Okay, wait. Okay, select everything. A move.
A move.
Okay. You're doing
There we go.
Yep. Okay, I think you're going to be able to hold this off.
We're warping in some more peeps. Let's go.
Yep. That's good. You want to warp in while you're battling. Okay, don't let that mine get through there. Get those ravens. Okay, warp in more units. Warp in units closer to the battle. Remember, you can warp in any because you want those dudes fighting immediately.
Got it.
All right, now there was a lot more units in round 2. I'm a little worried in round 3 if you don't focus on getting some units out. It might. Oh my gosh, he's got a widow mine at the front. Get everything.
One,
Get
right?
everything.
How do I select all units? F1?
No. Control F2.
Control F2. Okay. Move them
And
all
then-
front. Hit squad.
Move them to the top. Because move them away from your ramp.
This down here?
Oh, no! Wait, there's a mine down there. It's kicking your ass.
Okay, right here.
Oh, it just moved away. Kill it! Kill that thing! Kill that thing! Kill it before.
Okay, good. We got it. What was that thing? We need to warp more. We're dicking
Warp
around
more
too much.
guys in. In fact, you have so much money. This is what I need you to do. After you warp in those units,
Okay.
I need you to take a probe.
Uh-huh.
I need you to drop a nexus at your expansion.
Where's my expansion? Up here to the left?
It's if you walk your guys down the ramp, it's the next minerals.
Okay.
That's called your natural expansion. Drop a nexus. BN. Beautiful. Now inside your base, drop like 10 gateways.
Inside my base.
Inside your base, drop like 10 gateways.
Okay. Mineral base depleted. Oh, you predicted that was going to happen.
Well, it's inevitably going to happen over time.
Drop another. I want to boost that stuff, right?
You want to build more gateways.
Okay.
Now,
dude, I'm like my level of alertness and heart rate is definitely increased since what is going on?
It should. That's how StarCraft is. That's why it'll make you feel good. Now warp in more units, and then we're going to take everything that you have down to the next ramp to defend this expansion.
How come they don't all warp at once? You got to hold down S, right?
Yeah, you got to hold down.
Okay.
Now take them down to that front.
Take them down to the new base.
Yep, take them down to the new base because you want to protect that. You don't want guys to get the upper hand. Now, looks like your new gateways are finished building. Every time you build a new gateway, you need to turn that into a warp gate.
Warp gate, got it.
How do you do that?
You click on it and you hit G, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And if you double click on them, that will select all your gateways, and then you can just pound G until they
nice.
all open. Yeah.
Nice. These guys are.
Okay.
Okay.
Hold on. Before you ask another question, I would just take basically all your probes and move them down.
Send them here.
Well, actually, except for the ones on gas.
How do I
That's
unselect those?
No, just take them all down there, or just put 2 guys back on gas.
Okay.
Yeah. Now, build a pylon down by your new nexus so you can warp stuff in.
Got it.
And you need more supply. So,
Gateway.
also,
Yes. I can't. Why can't I build it around here? Oh, and you said need a pylon, not a gateway. Damn it.
you need a pylon.
Okay. Also, what?
Also, build 2 more gases here.
I feel like I'm not utilizing my
Okay,
boost.
I've got to warn you. Okay, there's an attack coming. I want you to be ready for it.
Okay.
I want you to defend here. Get all your units right now. Warp in whatever you can with that pylon. Some zealots.
Damn it!
Okay,
I didn't hold
he's
W.
coming in.
Shit.
Go attack him. A move.
What is A move? I don't know what that means.
Okay, we're gonna talk about that in the next one.
No, there is no next one. We're winning this one. That's bullshit.
Okay. Oh, those zealots need to get on top of that. Oh my god. Warping zealots on top of those tanks if you can.
Zealots, I forget how to warp them. W.
Z, warp them right on top of those zealots.
Right here?
Oh my god, you're gonna be no, warp them near those siege tanks. Oh my god, that hero zealot. Yes!
He's fighting him. He's a boss.
Yes.
Where's my
hero
guys
zealot.
at?
Okay, warp in some stalkers to get rid of this crap.
Stock.
Hey,
All my
oh
stuff's
God,
tied up
there's
right now.
one for siege tank, I didn't realize it. No, pull it back. I'm sorry. Okay.
Pull them back. They're retreating because they're bastards.
You
Okay, now what?
put some guys on gas. 3 workers go on a gas. Start warping in more units. This guy has a 3rd base up, man. This medium is not messing around.
Okay, what do I need to do? Get some guys on gas, right?
Get some guys on gas. Warp some dudes in. You need a pylon down at your front again.
Oh, they killed my pylon?
They killed your pylon.
They know what they're doing.
You got a couple gateways in your main that aren't open. We're starting to see.
We're starting to see what? We got problems? I got no army right now. Wheat, you're not talking to me, Wheat. Why are you not talking? Something bad's about to happen. Wheat's frozen.